Welcome back to the Hideouts. We are the usual rejects. My name is Neco, aka Prince Productions.
My name is Christian, also known as APS Entertainment, and one day the entertainment will be gone.
And Kevin's ass is being tickled by the security guards back in the cafeteria. That is why he's not joining us today. He's enjoying it a little too much. But, of course, this is the show where we talk about film and TV news every single week. And, as per usual, there are timestamps down below. And guess what, Christian? Would you like to know what we are talking about today?
Tell me, please. I need to know.
We are talking Beetlejuice. We are talking Thunderbolts. We are talking Transformers. We are talking The Penguin. And we are talking Ryan Coogler. So without further ado, let's get started. Christian, how are you doing on this fine night?
I'm vibing. I had a really bad headache at work today, and it was horrible. But work itself was chill. Yay me.
Oh. Well, speaking of a really bad headache, Beetlejuice 2 has, as of September 22nd, passed over $300 million worldwide, which is kind of a crazy phenomenon, because 25% of viewers went to only watch Winona Ryder and Jenna Ortega. But that's good. People like the film. And somebody else here also watched the film. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
I watched it, and I thought it was pretty good, actually.
Yeah? What do you think?
I don't think it was as funny as the first one, but I do think there was a lot of good funny moments.
Okay.
I think there's way too many plot lines. I think there's 4 plot lines, and the main plot of the movie doesn't actually start till almost an hour in, or maybe even like damn near an hour into the movie. And I just think if they got rid of one plot line in this movie, they could have focused more on the Jenna Ortega plot line. Also, the Jenna Ortega plot line is so emotional and depressing, and then the rest of the movie is all goofy. So it was always kind of weird seeing this really over the top movie, and then it just cuts to Jenna Ortega, and she's just in a completely different fucking movie. she's in her own thing. And of course, Jenna was probably the best part about the movie. And then
so most people say
fun. And then Beetlejuice was Beetlejuicing.
How was it with there's a particular there's an actor who's not in this film because of bad things that the actor has done.
They actually they worked around that really well. So they did this stop motion thing where this is a spoiler, but I guess it's not, because it's also pretty much the main the first part of the movie. I don't know, but anyways, mild spoilers, even though everyone's already seen this movie and no one's watching this podcast. The guy gets eaten by a shark, so the entire time you see him, it's just his head got eaten by the shark. So they just had another double come in, and they just replaced the head with nothing.
Okay.
Because he's a little pet.
All in stop motion.
And yeah.
Well, hey, that's one way of doing it. You know what? Fair play. And as for the actor himself, he's gonna be in a jail cell soon. So. Okay, but overall, would you think?
You think he went to the freak offs with the baby oil?
Oh my God! Can we talk about that? Should we talk about that?
Fuck it. Who cares?
Wait! I actually do have something to segue. Okay. Moving on from this amazing review of Beetlejuice. Honestly, I could hear you talk about it all day, but sorry, Christian, we're just gonna have to move on. Another, and so many of them, another Diddy documentary is in the works at Netflix.
Oh my God! You actually did a segue.
Yeah.
You never do a good segue. This is real. This is a first.
This one will focus on Diddy's charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, plus sexual assault and violent abuse allegations, and it will be executive produced by 50 Cent.
Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so now we can talk about the Diddy situation.
Wait, hold on. Isn't it just funny how fast shit hits the fan when it comes to celebrities, and Netflix just makes a documentary within a week after? It's how do they do it?
Bro,
Army
there's
Hammer.
already 3 or 4 of them. Oh, the Army Hammer was crazy.
They were late to the party on Snyder, or Schneider, whatever the fuck is the.
No, they couldn't because Nickelodeon. I guess they own his rights or something. I don't really know.
Wait, isn't that weird though? Because like all the Nickelodeon stuff was on Netflix for like the longest time. That's probably why they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But then Paramount Plus, and they're like, we can take all that shit off of.
That's right. That's right. If it wasn't for Paramount Plus, you're right. That documentary would have been on Netflix. Okay, they should not have made Paramount Plus. I really liked it when it was just on Netflix, because then I could watch iCarly on Netflix, and now it's not on there. Kind of sucks, but yeah, Diddy. What do you think? Okay, where do we even start? Okay, here I know. You know what? I know where to start. Netflix is making a documentary, but there's already like 3 or 4 of them. Like I've seen like. Dude, I don't know why Hulu keeps promoting the hell out of these Diddy documentaries. There's one on Hulu. There's one on Tubi. TMZ's making one. I saw a clip where like they talked to his lawyer.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Dude, that shit was so stupid. Because they asked them like, so what about all the 50 baby oil bottles, right? The lawyer's just like, well, you buy at Costco, you buy in bulk, brother. Brother, are you dumb?
It's bad when for the first time in my life I looked at a TMZ interview and I was like, oh my god, I'm behind TMZ and what they're saying, and like,
isn't that wild?
And it was that one guy that I cannot stand too. It was like the main TMZ idiot.
Nah, I know who you're talking about.
I don't even know his fucking name.
Does he have a name?
No, he's TMZ guy number 1.
He is TMZ guy number 1. He's so annoying.
Actually, no, he's TMZ guy, patient 0. He's the cause of the outbreak.
It's the cause. I can't stand his voice. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
I know. I can't stand his forehead, but.
But Diddy, right?
But Diddy, yeah, Diddy.
Dude, bro.
He really like the funniest part of that interview was the bottle thing, because he was like the guy was like, the lawyer's like, why are we even talking about the baby oil? What does it have to do with anything? And then he goes, well, he says something along the lines of like, well, that proves that there's like all these orgies. And he goes, some baby bottle oil? And he goes, there wasn't just a few, there was 1,000 bottles. And he was like, Costco.
Oh, so
Americans
dumb.
like to buy in bulk. 1,000.
Yes.
I was watching like Moist talk about it, and he said he looked up the biggest bulk of baby oil you can buy at Costco. It's 5 bottles.
Oh my goodness.
And let's be for real for a second. These motherfuckers be living in neighborhoods where a Costco has to probably be a 40-minute drive away. They're so secluded from everyone.
Yeah. Costco's a little too low end for them.
I'm for real. If he actually bought his shit from Costco, he would probably have to pay the entire Costco to shut down for like an hour just so he can.
It's like a restock on their fucking 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
That dude buys it by the pallet.
Yeah, straight up.
He gets it straight up delivered from Johnson & Johnson to his house.
He's such a shitty person, though.
I know.
Like, in general. You know what I also find it insane? Is that now, right, the fact that, like, everybody's obviously talking about him, I kind of, it's a good, bad thing to say, but there's a lot of images of people, like, celebrities at, like, Diddy parties.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, what were they doing there?
Let's be real for a second.
Yeah.
Like, 95% of the Hollywood celebrities are evil pieces of shit. So, like...
of course.
It's just like... this isn't a Diddy thing. This is a Hollywood thing. And that's,
I know, but
everyone's... Yeah,
this is the gateway.
Yeah, because, like the Epstein thing was, like... It was a Hollywood political thing.
Oh,
it was
of course.
more than just Epstein. And Epstein, like, was... From everything we know about, he was just like a pawn. He wasn't even like the main player in whatever was going on with that.
Well, that's because most of the main players, quote unquote main players, are people whose names we don't know. Those are like the executives, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right.
Plus, he, quote unquote, killed himself before he could testify. So. But which is why they got. In fact, the prison he's at is in the same prison that held Epstein, I think. And like they have Diddy on suicide watch because they're scared of another Epstein. Because like it sucks that like yeah, it doesn't suck that Epstein died, piece of shit. But like it sucks that he died before he could testify because like so
Fucking
Diddy probably
loser.
is connected to the same type of people, like the same people probably.
Of course. They've been
So-
to the same parties. They've hung
You
out.
know what
They-
sucks though? There's like people that like show up to like Epstein's Island or like these Diddy parties and like they don't even know what the fuck is going on. They show up one time and then they're just
Oh, I
like,
know.
what the fuck? And then now everyone's like, they're a pedophile. They're like.
Oh, I know.
Because
I know those people.
they were probably so. Well, they were probably scared shitless, bro. They were like, what the
Oh.
fuck is going on here?
There's so much I can't say on camera. Suddenly.
Uh-oh.
All right. We
Oh,
gotta
you
move
went
on.
to a freak off party.
All right,
Sick
we're moving on
bastard.
now. I did not. I would never. I've
Nico,
been
I got video evidence of you spreading your asshole.
fuck off. Let's just say I've been invited to certain places where
You
bad
have to sign
things
an
have
NDA,
happened.
huh?
Yeah, and of course I said no. I'm not going.
I don't care if I literally become like a Hollywood. I'm not going to any parties. No.
Yeah. No, me neither.
I don't want to be associated with like pretty much anyone there.
I'm keeping the Tom Holland route. I'm just making movies and
Yeah.
going home to my
That's
wife.
exactly what I'm saying. I don't want to be a part of anything. I'm not going to be throwing parties. I'm not going to be going to parties. I just want to be left the fuck alone in my little Oregon cabin, or my little Maine cabin, or my little New Hampshire cabin, or my little Vermont cabin, or
He's got little
maybe-
cabins everywhere. He's got little
or-
cabins everywhere.
Yeah, or like a penthouse in New York, very far away from everyone on the ground. And I'll just
Building
stay away from
Gundams.
everyone. Building Gundams, building Legos, watching movies, reading comics, and eating some motherfucking cheeseburger.
Okay, we're moving on now.
Dude, think about it. If Diddy just focused on eating cheeseburgers, his life would probably be better.
Well, maybe if he did. Oh, if he didn't do. Oh my god. You know what? We've gotten a trailer for Thunderbolts releasing in theaters May 2nd, 2025. And you know who's gonna executive produce this movie?
Wait, let me guess.
Take a guess.
Is it Scarlett Johansson?
It is Scarlett Johansson. Oh my
I
gosh, how
actually
did you
didn't know
get that? How did you get that on the first try? How? Yeah, she's executive producing this. Did you see the trailer?
Dude, okay.
Also, the
I'll-
trailer came out like 2 months ago, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Like-
I never saw the leaked one, though.
I saw it, but it's
it-
obviously the quality wasn't. It is
Yeah.
no, it is exactly the same.
Exactly
I will
the same.
say. I don't know why they don't do what they used to do, where like they would release a trailer at San Diego Comic-Con and then the next day it would release online. I don't know why they didn't do that. Whatever, the trailer's here. But what did you think of it?
Okay. My girlfriend was all like, bum bum bum. They dropped the Thunderbolts trailer, and I was like, bum bum bum. I don't really care, because like I've kind of just given up on Marvel as a whole, to be honest. And then she was like, you want to watch it though? I was like, yeah. So then we flipped it on and we watched it. Dude, I am shocked. I am shocked at how incredible that trailer was. Like, I had no hype for this movie. I couldn't give less of a shit. And then all of a sudden, the trailer came out. I was like, whoa. But
Yeah.
there's one thing that I don't think I'm alone on this. I think everyone is in unison pissed off about.
Okay.
Why
okay,
is
what
it that Val owns Avengers Tower?
Oh my god.
That
okay. That is
pissed
kind of
me
what
off.
I thought you were gonna say. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god. I'll explain why, but I want to hear what you think of all of it overall, though.
Okay. We'll talk about that because I think that is definitely a valid point, right? In general, though, I enjoyed the trailer. Like I said, I saw the leaked footage at San Diego Comic-Con. It looked. I mean, the quality wasn't the best, so like, therefore the trailer didn't look amazing to me. But now that I saw it in HD, I'm like, wow, this looks like it could be a fun film. Like, they're bringing. They have a lot of good action in the trailer, right? Bucky does his classic car flip move that he always likes to do. I think the new suits, for the most part, are really good. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I think the new Taskmaster suit is actually better than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, right? I do miss the white ghost suit, though. That is the one suit that I do miss, because it needs some color, right? You've got Red Guardian, but like we need more color, right? But like I said, okay, going back to the trailer though, I thought it was a really fun trailer. I'm really, really excited for Sentry. I think he's the character I most want to see after seeing this trailer, just because Lewis Pullman's acting in this really, really convinced me, and now I'm really, really curious to see what this like schizophrenic Superman can do. But I'm glad that they've actually color graded the movie too. So that's another thing that people are kind of pointing out, is that they've actually done something. It's not just a gray screen like all of Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Right. But in general though, it is a fun trailer. I do get the criticism though. Like, so okay. Yeah, take it. You want to start it off? Another thing. Oh, no, one more thing. I'm so sorry for interrupting. There's a mistake on the poster. Sentry has 6 fingers. That's.
I do love that poster though. I was like, that was a really nice poster.
I like it, except Yelena's a little bit. She's just a little off in the poster. Like everybody else looks like they took that photo together except her. But I don't know. I like the poster as well. And then we need to figure out what the asterisk mark. Bro, you know the thing. Thunderbolts asterisk mark. The thing. But yes.
It's probably going to be Thunderbolts, asterisk, Dark Avengers. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, but yes. Yes. Val owns Avengers Tower. It's pretty much confirmed. You can kind of tell just by the view. Right.
Yeah.
So how did that happen? How? Because, okay, in universe, when did Tony Stark sell Avengers Tower? What year, roughly?
It would have been, I believe, 2016, because Homecoming takes place like 3 months after, like 3 months, 2 months after, something like that.
So, okay, so she's had it since then, right?
I would see that and see. Okay. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
No,
See, that's the problem.
It can't be because, remember that one What If episode where it takes place during Christmas. It's about Happy, and he's still moving things out of Avengers Tower. So let's just say, therefore, he sold it in 2016, but he didn't remove everything until 2017, right? Mm-hmm. For lack of an argument. So then, since 2017, she's owned Avengers Tower, right?
I mean, that's what it's suggesting, and let me tell you why I think it's stupid. And it comes down to one thing. That is not the original plan. And that was not the original plan. And we did not just wait, 7-something years for... Oh, yeah, it's this random side character. What? Like, that was so, like, last-minute decision. Like, that's not what they wanted. In fact, we all know it was going to be the Fantastic Four. Let's be for real. It was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be the Baxter Building.
I mean, even in the end of Far From Home, they tell you that, like, they were like, well, like, the building had, like, 1, 2, 3, and then it said, what's coming next? And then it had a 4, and it was in blue and white, just like the Fantastic Four logo. And obviously John Watts was supposed to direct the Fantastic Four movie, so he was like setting up stuff for his own project. So, yeah, like let's be for real. Like Val, I feel like they were just like, okay, we need to finally just. People keep complaining about it, so just anything, just give them anything, just like let's shut the fuck up. And, like that was just so stupid, and like really 7 years for this, like that was just mean. That was mean, Marvel. That was rude. That was very rude.
Guys, you're gonna make him very sad, guys.
In fact, I'm crying.
He's crying as we speak. No, guys, please. See, you hear that? Those are real tears that he's coming out of his eye. He's crying out of every orifice of his body. Yeah, but I guess so. Seemingly, what the new plan is in terms of in-universe reason for why the tower is now is that they're gonna go with the Dark Avengers, right? That's kind of the innuendo, is that Sentry is their like new Superman, right? He's the new new boy, and they're gonna make the Dark Avengers, and so that'll probably be the sequel to Thunderbolts, maybe, right? Thunderbolts, Dark Avengers, something like that.
Probably.
Exactly. Yeah, it is not the plan that they intended, but then again, so are not a lot of things in current Marvel. I was recently rewatching Eternals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've kind of realized it's not as bad as I originally thought, but you can tell that when they were planning Eternals, they had an idea for where these characters were going to go, and since the movie didn't do well, they kind of scrapped that idea. And you can make that argument for a lot of different characters, right? I mean, off the top of my head, right? Harry Styles is a character in Eternals. I don't even remember his name.
He was Thanos' half brother or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. Except he looks like a human, right? Whatever. The Hercules from Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Dude, everything. I can't even remember.
Shang-Chi post-credit scene.
Gia or Guy, whatever the fuck her name was. What a waste of Amelia Clark, bro. They gotta stop.
Yeah. Her. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for her. Because wow. The Secret Invasion ultimately led to nothing. Yeah, that's another one. And it's so it's like, dude, I don't know. I mean, King's Dynasty, right? All of King Dynasty in general, right? He was supposed to be.
Oh wait, yeah, that was supposed to literally what everything was building up to, and they were like, ah.
But then they kind of changed things halfway through because they saw it wasn't working, and it kind of sucks because that was what happened in Fantastic Four. Because obviously, I mean. If you I don't know if you remember when they announced John Watts as Fantastic Four director. By the way, bad choice. Whatever. We're not gonna get into that. They released like a teaser poster, and it's obvious that version of Fantastic Four, to some capacity, was gonna exist in the main universe.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. But obviously now it's not gonna be that way. Whatever, though, right? We got this great new cast, great universe. That's set aside, though. It's a different thing. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, the future's a little uncertain at Marvel, isn't it?
It's very.
I will say though. Sorry. No, you go.
Baby, you go. It's okay.
No, baby, no, Christian, you go. Please,
no,
put it,
Daddy,
please.
Say what you want to say. Okay, I'll say it. No, I'm just kidding. Go, say it.
You fucking go!
Please.
Okay, I will say I think Marvel now is in a better state than they were like a year ago, 2 years ago, for the most part. But your turn.
I actually forgot what it was.
Damn.
It was I was just saying, like, have you kept up with any more of Agatha? If any of the rest of the shows come out?
Yes. We are going to talk about Agatha because I just want to briefly talk about it, and then we'll talk about Penguin. But we'll save that. You know what? Fuck it. We can do that right now. Right. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Marvel, Agatha All Along episode 3 has released, and I don't know why I keep bringing myself to watch this show. It's a show. Okay, the first episode. Okay, really quick before I talk about the episode itself, I do want to make a comparison between that and Penguin because the first episode of Penguin debuted with 5.3 million viewers across all platforms. Pretty good numbers, right?
Yeah.
What do you think Agatha debuted with?
Oh. Like 1 million? Maybe?
You want to know?
Yeah.
9.3 million.
Oh!
Uh-huh. How? Why? Could not tell you, buddy.
Oh my god.
It did a lot better than anybody expected.
Yeah, holy shit. I mean, that viewership's gonna drop hard, because from every review I've heard, like, nothing happens in the first 4 episodes, like, at all.
Of course. No, viewership for Penguin's gonna keep going up. Trust.
Dude, did you get a chance to watch it yet, or no?
No, not yet.
No.
Not yet. But
watched 3 episodes of Agatha.
Look, man, I don't have HBO Max right now.
Oh boy.
And I would never watch it illegally.
Yeah,
never.
don't
I do not condone that.
Blah 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 done it.
Yeah, I would never go to christiansbigbootyhole.com to watch free movies. Why would
I would never
do that?
upload illegal movies on that site.
Never, ever, ever. But yeah, Agatha episode 3 came out yesterday, as of this recording. And honestly, it's okay. So here's, I'm gonna give you as much context as I remember because honestly, I was halfway through the episode. I was like, man, fuck this. So I just started not paying attention. But Agatha, she's lost her powers, and so she's made a group of witches, and they're going on this journey called the Road in order to get super strong, right? Whatever. So episode 3, they're finally on the road, right? It took them 2 episodes to start the story, okay? And so their first test is, they're gonna all see their greatest fears, except it's not that. They get trapped into this house, and it's like the 1960s or something. All their clothes change, and they have to drink this wine that gives them Botox, but then it also gives them other things, and so they're gonna die. And so they make this potion. They all gotta drink it, and they all escape. That is the episode. That is quite literally all that happens. Pretty much nothing. The only interesting part of the episode, and I say this very loosely because the episode as a whole really just doesn't have a whole lot of anything.
Mm-hmm.
The only interesting part is that they have to drink wine, and so one of the characters who's 16 years old goes, "Hey, can I have wine?" And they go, "No, you're underage." Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Oh man,
That's
some thrilling stuff.
Shit.
Oh yeah. Also,
I would love to spend $200 million
on that.
Yeah.
Also, they make an innuendo that this 16-year-old could be Agatha's son because they brought it up once in the episode, and then 5 minutes later they kind of talk about it. So they bring up that the Agatha, she like sold her son to get strong or something, and then it's implied that he could be that child because there's a spell on him that doesn't allow him to say his name or where he's from. So maybe it is him, maybe it's not, maybe it's Wanda's son. But as a whole, though, it's a show. It's a show that I've seen, and maybe we'll continue watching. I don't really know anymore. Christian, I want to hear about the Penguin though, because this show's hype. Everybody's talking about the Penguin, and I'll probably watch it not illegally later on when I buy HBO Max, like the Good Samaritan.
With your hard-earned cash.
With my hard-earned cash.
With your hard what? But okay, Penguin was phenomenal. I do have one giant criticism of it, but just one giant criticism over the whole Matt Reeves universe as a whole so far.
Yeah.
But I'll save that for later. But to talk about the positives, makeup for Colin Firth, or is it Firth or Farrell? Firth is the older guy. It's Colin Farrell, right?
Mm-hmm. Colin Farrell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Colin Firth's the guy from Kingsman, but still the makeup on him is phenomenal. It looks movie quality. Like, it doesn't look I know it's kind of stupid to say that nowadays, like, yeah, every show looks like a movie, but like, I don't know, like it does look really good. A lot of it's shot on handheld. Like, it doesn't, how to explain it, it's such a perfect mix between it looks movie quality when it needs to, but it also does look like just a standard, like, good old fashioned just television show.
Mm-hmm.
And the acting from not just Farrell, but like, oh my god, I'm blanking on her name. Hold on, let me Google her name real quick.
Okay. Well, he's Googling that. I will talk about the fact that Christian has a really big butt. I don't know.
Oh, Kristen Milotti.
Exactly. My words exactly.
Fucked that up. But she's crazy, like literally crazy. Like, she's playing like this like, she's playing Falcone's daughter, and like, she's just nuts. And how the episode starts off is like, I don't even want to spoil it, even though it is like pretty much the premise of the show. Like, you just kind of have to watch it for yourself. But basically, Mr. Cobblepot, who's not called Cobblepot, he's called Cobb now. Get the fuck out
Oz Cobb.
Yeah, Oz Cobb. That sounds so stupid. He decides to do an act, and that act gets him into some serious trouble, and then he ends up having to team up with this kid who plays Alex from The Runaways. That show is incredible, and fuck you, Disney, for literally deleting it from existence. Hashtag bring those boys back. And yeah, it's really good. I mean, overall, like it's just a really good show. But here comes to my complaint. It is literally just the Sopranos ripoff, like so hard, like almost down to a T. It is pretty. It's distracting. Like it's distracting. So first of all, Colin Firth, like the way the Penguin is presented is so much like Tony Soprano. It's not even funny. I mean, not even just in the look, but like even in like a bit of the voice and like some of the clothing he decides to wear. Like it's just, I don't know. Like it's too on the nose. And there's even a whole point where like you figure out, it's a mild spoiler, but you find out that Oswald has a mom. Oh my god, shocker, right? But no, like he goes to his mom's house and she's like this deranged, schizophrenic, like lunatic, and that's literally just Tony Soprano's mom. And I'm like, dude, like and of course it's mob affiliated, and it's too on the nose, which just leads me to my biggest complaint with like the Matt Reeves like Batman movie, which it's a movie that I really like. I don't love it. I don't really think it's anywhere near like the best Batman movie ever made. I think it's a really good movie. So I don't get why I made a whole video about it on my channel. Everyone's like, "Why do you hate this movie?" I did, you dumbass.
But seriously, Christian, why do you hate it?
Oh, because it's a piece of shit. I'm just kidding. It's a good movie. It is a good movie. It's a movie I put on in the background every once in a while. It's a movie I think of a lot. I love Robert Pattinson's Batman. I was one of the few people that actually thought it was a good casting when it got announced. There's a lot of things to really enjoy about that movie, but the problem with this Matt Reeves universe is, one, it's not doing anything new. Like it's not doing anything we haven't seen before within the Batman universe, or even just movies, shows as a whole. Mm-hmm. And number two, it is just copying shit. Like it's not using shit for inspiration. It is just copying shit. The Batman is 7, right? And this is The Sopranos, and it's not like this is inspiration. This is just kind of just ripping it off. In the same way that, like, as much as I love Joker, it is literally just fucking Taxi Driver and King of Comedy. Like it's just distracting, you know, when you're watching these things, and it's not like it goes beyond this is inspiration. This is just, yeah, I mean, we're just gonna rip it off, but we're putting Batman in it, so it's different, right? It's like, no, man, you're just taking that thing that's already a thing, just make this different. Like Nolan's movies, like they don't feel like they're ripping off other people's stuff just because it's a genre, like it's noir detective, like crime thrillers. It's just servicing the genre. It's not like ripping off any, you know, movies. I mean, sure, you like Nolan's the first one to say that he's inspired by a lot of the Bond films, and you see the inspiration, but it's not blatantly copying any of them.
Yeah.
So and that's my point. There's getting inspiration, and then there's just literally just doing like Joker is literally, as much as I love that movie, it is literally just a remake of Taxi Driver and King of Comedy.
Course,
like
of course.
Almost to a fucking T.
Of course.
Like even down to like the ending of like well, actually Taxi Driver, you know, it's funny, everyone thinks like at the end of that movie it's up for interpretation whether he like died and he's having like a death fantasy, or if you know, everything's real that happened at the end. And apparently it was never intended to be that way. Us as an audience just ended up kind of
just interpreting it. Well, now it has a sequel, so
yeah,
I think the answer's clear. Yeah.
But yeah, they did straight up. The writer and Martin Scorsese were like, "Oh, it's real, and you weren't supposed to interpret it any other way." I was like, "Well, you shouldn't have shot it the way you did, Mr. Scorsese, because you made it very dreamlike and confusing." I'm just kidding.
We still love you though.
But God, I love Taxi Driver is really good.
Of course, phenomenal. But yeah, well, that is The Penguin. Sounds like a fun show. Sounds like a really lighthearted show. You know, good for the kids, good for the whole family. Honestly, you know.
Honestly, I didn't like. I knew the show was gonna be like rated R. I still didn't expect like how hard R they went with it. I was like, wow.
Whoa! I don't know. They went hard R. Now we definitely got to move on. Well, it's good to hear about that. Great to hear about that, actually. You know what it's not good to hear about, though? Martin Scorsese's Jesus movie and the Frank Sinatra biopic have been postponed indefinitely.
No.
There was plans to shoot the movies back to back this year, but that will no longer happen. Are we dude, all three of them are Jesus.
Yeah.
Such a sad day for us Jesus connoisseurs.
Well, he was supposed to do the Sinatra movie?
Yes.
I mean,
based off this art, I didn't know that either. I mean, I knew there was a Sinatra movie coming out, but
yeah, same.
I didn't know it was him. But based off this, bro, he was literally gonna go from set to. He was gonna be on one set, filming the fucking death of Jesus Christ, and then walk onto the next set, and have Frank Sinatra singing. How? Explain that to me. How?
I don't know.
But you know what else has not necessarily been postponed, but it's not quite doing what it's intended to do. Take a guess. I'm just gonna, it's a movie that, let's just say, has not been marketed too well, and so therefore, what movie? What movie do you think hasn't been marketed all that well?
Is Jesus Part 2?
It is. It's not Jesus Part 2. I wish. Take a guess. Another guess.
Is it Killers of the Flower Moon Part 2?
It is not. It is a little movie called Hellboy the Crooked Man, which is reportedly skipping theaters domestically and going straight to digital platforms on October 8th. What do you think about this? This is some sad stuff. Crooked bloke.
Dude, okay, I'm actually sad because I was kind of having some hope for it, like just a little bit. Even though I flamed it the last time we talked about it.
It looks like a fan film. It looks like a fan film.
But like, damn, like it just sucks because Hellboy has the potential to be like a big IP. And
of course.
I don't know. Okay, I know the first one is the first one didn't make that much money, but the second one could have made more, but they placed it between like two really they placed it like a week after The Dark Knight came out.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah,
fuck off.
That's why Golden Army is like fucking incredible. But yeah, I and then obviously Hellboy 2019, which I don't think is honestly a bad movie. I think it's okay. I don't think it's like horrible.
It had potential to be a lot better than it was, though.
Yeah, but I definitely don't think it was like it got like just abolished critically. I don't think it was like that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it does suck that like they can't seem to make it work for some reason.
I don't know why. I think it comes down to the filmmaking aspect, because Hellboy clearly can exist in real life. I mean, if you look at all the Hellboy movies, even this one, I think the biggest trend that we're seeing is that they have the best cast, but not necessarily all of them know how to utilize these characters, which is, I mean, exactly where the 2019 one, and I guess this one for that matter, kind of failed. The 2019 one, look, David Harbour, amazing as Hellboy. Movie just has a shit ton of issues, and with this one, I don't think it's a bad cast. It just sucks that it just isn't really made all that well, and now because of it, the movie has to suffer, right? It's going straight to digital. Let me see what it currently... I don't even know if there is a Rotten Tomato score. No. There isn't. Wait, but okay, what? Here's the weird part. There isn't a Rotten Tomato score, but there's a box office number here of 877,000. So I don't really know. It's just such a weird thing. It is honestly such. It baffles me. Like, that they can't just get it right. Gosh.
Yeah, 800,000. That's just.
But I don't know where this number's coming from, because it says it's not releasing till September 27th in the UK. So where's that? What is that number coming from? Is
Maybe they released it in like a smaller market.
They might have. I don't know. This sucks though. I like Hellboy. I really like Hellboy. I want to see it. I at this point I just want to see the third Guillermo del Toro Hellboy movie. I think that's what everybody wants, more than anything. But yeah, moving on from Hellboy, Christian, I don't know if you knew this, right? But there's a little filmmaker. He's a little underground guy. His name is Ryan Coogler. You know, his films aren't all that big. He's only made, you know, a couple films, you know, your Black Panthers, your Creeds, stuff like that, right? Stuff that anybody can do. Well, he recently directed a film called Sinners, which is basically Blade, except it's not Blade. It's about Michael B. Jordan, and he plays a set of twins, and he's a vampire hunter in the 1920s. And, well, the first trailer just got released, and the movie's going to be coming out on March 7th, 2025. And this is one hell of a trailer. What did you think of it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
I 1000% agree. Give me details. What did you like about it?
Well, honestly, I didn't even know they were supposed to be twins till like I saw like a video about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the period piece setting. I do like that they're setting it in the Jim Crow era, which sounds horrible to say out loud. Yeah, and but I mean it looks actually like really like scary, which I just didn't really expect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for it. That's definitely gonna be a day one opening for me. I'm gonna go there opening night for sure.
I know. Same. When I read the premise of the film, I was really, really excited by the vampire stuff. I don't know. Maybe because of Blade, I've been craving some vampire action, right? And I'm glad that this film is finally giving us that. And I'm glad that they didn't actually reveal any of the vampire stuff. And like you said, it's a lot more horror than anybody initially thought. Like this, initially, I thought this was going to be more action oriented than anything, and it is. It does have action, but tonally, it's beautiful. It's so dark and gritty, and that's what I really like about it. And
the poster looks fucking good too,
bro. The poster's phenomenal. Shit is hard. I wonder how they're going to do the twin stuff, though, because like at least from what I gathered from the trailer, it's like implied that like one twin is evil, one twin is not, right? Something like that. That's kind of what I got. Also, something that doesn't really make sense, but this is also just a me issue, is it's the 1920s, right?
Uh-huh.
Why is Michael B. Jordan so jacked? How did he?
He has to get jacked to stay alive.
How did he get so jacked?
Push-ups.
Yeah, that's all he did. Just a couple push-ups a day, right? Got his biceps that big. Yeah, no, it's a great film though. I'm really, really excited for it. Really, really excited. But moving on from that, we have also gotten a couple reports, a little couple reports regarding the ongoing Hal Jordan story in the Lantern series, because obviously a lot of actors have seemingly turned down this role. Not a good sign, right? But currently, Kyle Chandler, you know Kyle Chandler, he's currently in talks to star as Hal Jordan. Do you see it? Do you not see it? I don't know.
I do not see it.
You don't see it?
I don't see it.
I see it. Let me see. What else has he been in? What else has this man been in? Well, like we established, right? They're kind of trying to do like an older, grittier version of Hal Jordan training a younger Jon Stewart. So therefore, I can kind of see it. What if they just do like a big like fuck you and just bring back what's his face, Ryan Reynolds? How about that? Why don't we just?
That's probably why everyone turned down the role, because of that first movie.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I find it so funny that sometimes these actors, right? You have certain actors, obviously, who are fans of what they do, right? And that feels nice. It feels nice to see an actor in, like, whatever, a Marvel movie, who's, like, a Marvel fan. Because then you're like, well, this is cool. You enjoy it. But then you have actors who are offered the role of Green Lantern. Google, who is Green Lantern? See that there's a movie. Oh, movie was not good? Oh, I'm going to say no. You know? That kind of sucks. Because then it's like, hey, maybe do some research. Ask your kids if they like Green Lantern or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm bullshitting. Who knows? But yeah, that's that. Let's see. What else have we got going on this week? Oh, there's a first trailer for the Wizards of Waverly Place sequel series. Did you watch it?
No.
Wow. Yeah, I saw it, Christian, and it's a trailer. It's a Disney show. You know what I find so funny, right? Okay. This.
What do you find funny?
So, I mean, I don't want to talk shit about Selena Gomez or any of the people working on this, right? But I'm currently listening to the Wizards of Waverly pod with David DeLuise and Jennifer Stone, who starred in the original show, right? Uh-huh. And they've talked about this sequel series a little bit, as much as they could, right? And one thing that I find so funny is that it's not necessarily that they're not excited for this, but basically every time they talk about a sequel to the original show, they bring up the fact that this is not necessarily where they would have imagined the story would have gone. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's just a thing. So, and it sucks because I like Wizards of Waverly Place, but after seeing this trailer, I don't know. I'm not really. It didn't really wow me. Nah, it didn't do anything for me. Like, I'm gonna keep listening to the podcast, but I don't think I'm gonna watch this show. It just doesn't. I don't know. I'm also not in the same age range. Like, I'm not the demo anymore, right? Just, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know, man. But moving on from that. Before I talk about the last thing that we're supposed to talk about today, I just saw this pop up on my feed and I thought I should bring it up. So Costco talked to TMZ. Why? I don't know, man. They said they don't even sell baby oil. So what happens there? Yeah. None of the company's U.S. locations carry baby oil. So Diddy and his lawyer, they're fucked. Don't bring Costco's name into this. You know what I mean? Christian? Mm-hmm. None. He don't even buy by the pallets because there are no pallets. Oh, this motherfucker. But moving on to the last story of today. Transformers 1 is a film that has been long awaited, and I have been fortunate enough to watch this movie. And guess what? It's doing pretty good. On a budget of $75 million, it has opened up on a $25 million domestic box office. But I want to get some international numbers in here, right? Some worldwide stuff. That's the stuff that people mainly want to hear about. Let's see, Transformers 1 box office. And boy, so Christian hasn't watched it yet. Once he watches it, he'll definitely talk about it. But I do want to come and talk about it because I got to see it pretty early on. It's currently grossed $43 million worldwide, Not too bad, not too bad. It hasn't passed the budget yet, which is not the best thing, right? But the film itself, right? I've got a video on it that should already be out by now, but I think it's important to bring up the fact that we were not necessarily all that excited for this film. We on one of our past episodes, we kind of talked about our disdain for the trailer, and I think it was a justified opinion that we had at the time. But obviously now, having watched the film, my opinion is completely different. And boy, did this film blow me away. Like I said, I'll talk more about it in detail in my video. But Jesus Christ, did I love this film way more than I thought. And I guess what kind of helped is the fact that my expectations were already a little bit low. So then going into the theater with those low expectations, the highs were high. Because this film was phenomenal. All the humor that you see in the trailers is essentially all the humor that exists in the film. Because the first maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes of this movie are, yeah, fun, silly, happy robots. And then there's a scene. And I just want to talk about mild spoilers today. I think you need to watch this film if you haven't already. But there's a scene with
I'm gonna take my earbuds off so you can do that.
Okay.
Now I can't hear you. Say it.
Okay, there's a scene with Megatron and Optimus, obviously D16 and Orion Pax, where D16 talks about a particular event that happened in the movie, and it feels very real. And it's at that point where you realize, oh shit, no, these are the characters we know, because this is obviously about them as they're young. This is about the falling out of Optimus and Megatron before they were Optimus and Megatron. And obviously, everybody wanted that darker Shakespearean style War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, right, vibe. And we didn't get that. And so now we have to make do with this film. But I'm glad that this film succeeded the way it did. Because like I said, it takes a turn. And it takes a turn for the better. And it's at that point where you're like, oh fuck, this was a kid's movie. Now it's gotten kind of dark. Because he says some things that like, you're like, wait a second, this is a kid's film. Can you really be saying that? And obviously I'm not complaining. I'm an adult. But, and I love Transformers. But that's where you see the characters like really become who they become in the future. Who they are. You're like, fuck. And everything after that point is a straight heat. The film just takes it up 10 notches every 10 minutes or whatever, and it gets crazier and crazier. And so that is all just to say that this is a great film. At the very end of the film, there is a final moment between Megatron and Optimus. Now they actually are Megatron and Optimus, right? That cements them as their characters. Because one of the biggest things that I've picked up from this film is the battle between, is the motif of choosing your philosophy over your friendship. And that makes sense, obviously. They established that this version of the characters, these two were best friends. And it kind of sucks at how good they established that friendship, because then it makes their falling out all that much worse. There's a scene at the beginning where Optimus gets Megatron. I'm sorry I keep referring them as those characters' names. That's just what I'm accustomed to. A sticker of Megatronus, who's obviously Megatron's inspiration. And it's played off like if you got your friend a sticker of his favorite singer, right? And then obviously later on, there's significance to that sticker and what it means to him. But at this point in time, it's just a funny, silly little thing about two friends who care about each other. And so by the end of the film, obviously, Megatron and Optimus choose their own philosophies. It is initiated by Megatron. He does a thing. It's not a good thing, but it kind of shows you where his loyalties lie. And so Optimus is obviously forced to become Optimus that we know him as. And he becomes Optimus Prime. He's given the Matrix of leadership. He does the whole shebang. He kind of grows up, becomes cool, strong, whatever, right? But yeah, it's a great film about their falling out, and I want to see a sequel. It's implied at the very end that there will be a sequel, and I think based off how well this film is doing, we're gonna get a sequel, dude. And it's gonna be so awesome because we're gonna have back-to-back Transformers film. We're gonna have the Transformers X G.I. Joe live-action version, with Big Daddy Optimus already established as Big Daddy Optimus. And then we're going to have Transformers 2. Not Transformers 2, but Transformers 2 as in the animated version 2 with the word 2 in the title. That continues the ongoing battles on Cybertron against the Quintessons and against one another. And that is what is going to happen. But I really enjoyed Transformers 1. Obviously, it's not a perfect movie. I don't think everything necessarily works about it. My biggest criticism has got to be some of the characters. This film has a lot of characters, and there's a lot of characters in the background that you will recognize, and some that only deep cut fans will recognize too. But there's one character in particular who I don't think they nailed, and that's Bumblebee. Or B-127, whatever. Michael Keegan Key he's a good actor. I just don't think he was meant for this role, because in this film they play him off like he's a kid, and that is what Bumblebee's supposed to be, right? But his voice is just a little too old to play it off. He sounds like a 50-year-old man. And I have that issue with a couple other characters like Starscream, but I don't know. Starscream, though, it's just a lack of screen time. But in general, though, I really, really love Transformers 1. It might even be the best Transformers film for me. I don't know yet. I have to really think about that. But, yeah, that was Transformers 1.
Transformers 1, baby.
Christian, you will love it. Once you watch it, you can talk about it. You will love it.
It's Tuesday, baby.
This Tuesday, he will watch it. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I think we might have loved it too much because Kevin's in handcuffs outside. They've got the cops who are tickling his booty hole. I guess they tickle him a little too hard because now they want to tickle us. Christian, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
Do something.
My name is Neco, aka Prince Productions,
and I am Chastity. My name is APS Entertainment, and one day the entertainment will be
Chastity, and we will see you guys next week. See ya.
Doses.